We are back. Get up, mama. A wise person once said, don't compare a mama with a village to one without one. Because one is being held together while the other one is trying to hold everything together. I know. Take a deep breath. I felt that one. Somebody asked me, what's the one thing I wish somebody would have taught me before having kids? And my answer will always and forever be how important a village is. So on that note, before we get started, let me give a disclaimer. I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor. I'm just a mama who's out here sharing her experiences and other people's experiences with you. So you take what you hear with a grain of salt. If you don't like the way your life going and the shoe fits, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You actually get what the hell you came for? Okay, let's go then. But on a lighter note, let's get grounded. Let's take a gentle inhale through the nose, and we're going to hold it for 6 seconds. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the village. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm a mom to our beautiful rainbow twins out here living this country old life, homeschooling, working part-time, tending to the garden, tending to these chickens, while trying not to lose myself in the middle of all of that. I know the importance of having a village, so I want to make sure that you understand that Get Up Mama was created to be a village for mamas, because I felt like we needed a village too. Not just these chilling around here. Us parents need a village too. Like I done said in plenty of episodes, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I think we all just be out here winging it. You know, looking around like, dang, did I do this right? Did I do this wrong? How did I handle this? Was this handled correctly? You know, and that type of stuff. And I feel like when I had kids, I'm like, listen, I need people. You know, I want people. Of course, I want trustworthy people. You know, I don't just want any type of people, but I need people. Of course, we always create something that we feel like we don't have. And mind you, I do have a beautiful village now. I want to shout my people out. I appreciate y'all. But at times, I feel like there are certain things that I need, and I know that I need. And instead of me complaining about the people in my village and what they don't have, I just seek out other people who may align with where I'm trying to go, and then, you know, I just add them to my village. I don't have to take away from the people that are already there, because I love them, and I love them for what they are there for. But if I want to fulfill something else, you know, it's my duty to go create that, go bring that type of village. And so I wanted to be there for a lot of other mamas who could not find that. All right, so I do want y'all to know that this is my third time recording this episode. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if this just be delusional about what it is that you want in life and keep going, even no matter how many times you mess up, or this episode wasn't supposed to make it out. I'm going to go with the be delusional, so here we go. I know I have a lot of mamas that follow me, but I also have a lot of women who are considering like becoming a mama, or just women who aren't mothers yet. Yes. Listen to them older women. Listen to them more seasoned women when they're trying to tell you things. I know it may not come in the sweetest way. They know what they're talking about. Everything they told us, they know what they're talking about is facts when they tell us, don't go out there hunching early and making no babies. Live your life first. Enjoy your life. Especially when you're young, enjoy your life. Because once you start having them babies, that's it. Your life will forever change. And they ain't lying. I had our set of twins in my 30s. And I'm so glad I waited, because I got to enjoy like my younger years. When I was young, I got to experience what it was like to live without kids and not have like that big responsibility. So if you can't wait. Like, don't be in a rush. You know what I mean? I know that we get put on like this time clock to like have these babies by this time frame, or like is this whole perfect picture, perfect image to be like this family person, to where you have this kid, to where you have kids, you have your husband, your spouse, and all of that type of stuff. I get it. Those things are cool. Those things are actually beautiful to me. I admire those things. But I would say hold off. I know, like, you can have a baby at any stage, right? And I would say enjoy what life is like without a kid as much as you can, because once the kid get here, that is it for the rest of your life. Enjoy it. I'm not saying kids are not enjoyable. I love my babies, but we have to understand how big of a responsibility that is. And I know no matter how many times I tell you, it's like one of them things that you just have to go through it to see it, I guess. Listen, do not have a baby to try to keep a person. Do not have a baby to try to keep a man. That'll push them farther away. I promise you. Have a baby when you're ready, not to try to keep somebody, not to try to keep a situation, not to try to change a situation, not to try to smooth over a situation because you think it's going to go better or you think somebody going to love you more. I think it's the complete opposite. I think because so much of a responsibility hit, what was at the forefront is going to be more at the forefront. Like if it wasn't going to work, it's really not going to work now, if that makes sense. Ooh. If that makes sense. A baby ain't gonna keep a man. They tell us that, and I need you to know that, because you're gonna be stuck with that baby. If and have the conversation. Ask a dude before you even get intimate with them, like, do you want to have kids? Or before you start planning your life with a dude, because you know we get that way as women. We start planning our life with somebody we just met. We like them. We all head over heels for them. We got this flutter about them, and we start planning our life with them, and we don't even know if they want kids. So make sure you ask that question. Like, ask them, do they want kids? Have that conversation. And have the hard conversations, the uncomfortable conversations. You'll see what you'll get. You want somebody who... A kid is a big responsibility. I know we just be popping out these babies left and right at all these, different ages, because we be hiding the tail, but that's a big responsibility. If we haven't looked around yet, it's changing all of our lives. And once it happens, it's there. You can't take it back. You can't make it go away. So, yeah. And whenever you think about having a baby by somebody, make sure you have a baby by somebody that's respectful. Somebody that respect you. Somebody that's respect the people that are around them. Be mindful of how they treat people. Somebody that's kind to you. Somebody that's loyal. Somebody that's going to show up when you need them to show up. Not somebody that you have to call all the time and ask them why they didn't show up, or they apologizing all the time because they didn't show up. When you call, they show. But I also want to tell you, the longer you make them wait, the more you get what you want. Okay, I know. You eager. You little punani jumping. You little hot down there. I understand. But the longer you make them wait, the more you get what you want. It may seem like the opposite. I know you may want to be intimate. You may want to give them what they want. You want to prove what you got down there between your legs. But the more you make them wait, the more you get what you want. The more you have boundaries, the more you have respect for yourself, the more you get what you want. Nothing is for certain. No matter how much you vet, no matter how much you think you got all of this stuff planned out, nothing is for certain. People change. The only thing that's for certain, and the only person that you can change is you. So be responsible for you, and know that if you have a baby, just know that there's a chance that you can be raising this baby by yourself. So be mindful of all of that before you have a baby. Because it can be a beautiful thing to have kids, but it also can be a burden. Remember, there was an episode when I talk about peace. Like, how do you get peace in your life? And it's by the choices you make. And being able to make that choice is a beautiful thing versus it being just sprung on you. Build a community. Community is important. You're going to need people. I don't feel like raising kids was supposed to be done alone. I feel like our people had it all figured out back in the day when we had community, when we had culture. Everybody had a common goal. Everybody had a common mission to raise these kids the best way we can, to build a legacy, to build generational wealth, to grow our own food, to grow our own land, depend on ourselves for resources and things of that nature. And I just think that when you get away from that, it just makes things just a little bit more challenging than they have to be. So community is important, no matter if that's community you're born in or that's a community you have to create. I would say just make sure you find your people, whether that's sometimes, and I know that's something that's easier said than done, because sometimes you're just not in the vicinity where you have the people where you feel like you just mesh with, or people that understand who you are and allowing where you're trying to go. So if need be, I do find your community online. Like even right here, I do have a Patreon where you can join the accountability village. Like if you're looking to go a step further, just to be around a group of mamas who have the synergy to just do better in life, and just to be better in life, and like to want to see themselves be held accountable and to want to grow. I do want you to be mindful though, when you come over there, be mindful that you will fuck around and change your life. You come over there now. So if you're ready for that type of village, or if you're ready for that type of community, come join us, because we'd love to have you. But find community, find your people. You need support. You need people who can give you advice when you need it, because sometimes you're not going to always have a sound mind. Sometimes you're not going to know what to do. And there are times when you are going to know what to do, and there are people you're going to need to reach out to. When you reach out to them, you just want people you can call on when you need advice. When you stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and you looking like boo-boo the food because you done did the wrong thing over here, and now you got to figure out how to reverse, or you just need some type of advice on how to fix it, on how to repair it. And I just feel like you need that. And some days you just ain't gonna feel like it. You're gonna need some people to uplift you. Some days you ain't gonna have everything you need to raise some children. You need some people backing you. I'm a firm believer in it takes a village. Like, it really takes a village. Now, mind you, I get it. Everybody ain't blessed to have that type of village, right? Everybody ain't blessed to have that thing. But if you can create it, hey, baby, if you can't create it, do so. You're going to constantly be reassuring yourself. Now I'm going to go into the women who already have kids. You're going to be pregnant. Like, you're forever changing. You're going to forever be changing. Learn how to adapt with the change. I think that's how we set ourselves up for wins, if that makes sense. It makes life just a little bit less complicated, or a little bit less challenging, and a little bit more enjoying. It's like, you're going to change. And learn how to adapt to the change. It's not saying don't feel, you're not entitled to an emotion, you're not entitled to what's going on. But it's like, I heard somebody once said, don't get married to the idea that it's so hard for you to divorce it. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, it's no need to stand on that in that particular thing. Expectations will lead you to disappointment a lot of times. That doesn't mean don't have standards. That doesn't mean don't set boundaries. That doesn't mean, don't look for the best to happen. And just understand that if the best can happen, the worst can happen too. I don't know if that's like a negative way to look at that, but I feel like I like to have an understanding that just as much as things can go right, it can go wrong too. And what happens when it does. Like, I don't want to be so caught up in what was supposed to happen that I can't readjust and make some changes. And I can't go in there and tweak some stuff and make it work for me. So I have to understand that sometimes expectations are what they are. And especially if you have expectations on people, you having somebody on the pedestal sometimes it's not even their fault. You just had high expectation for that person, and they didn't even know that they had to live up to that. So be mindful of your expectations from yourself and from other people. Be realistic in your expectations. What I was going to say, your spark belongs to you. I'm telling you that right now. And anybody that, I don't care where you are in motherhood, where you are in life, your spark belongs to you. You control that thing. Yes, a person made you lost it, or they drained you or whatnot, but you allowed that to happen. And the reason why I say that is not because I want to point the finger and I want to blame you, but I need you to understand that when we can take accountability in certain places, it becomes more manageable for us to fix it. But I just feel like when you have accountability, you understand that you had that power. Like, that spark left because you allowed it to leave, not because somebody just drank that out of you. And I need you to know this, because I need you to understand that, because if you understand that, you know that you are responsible for bringing it back too. Like, you just got to get up every day and you got to pour into yourself. Bring the spark back. Whatever you want in life, you can get. It's just waiting on you to align yourself. That's all. Ain't nobody coming to save you. We grown ass women. I know, we grown ass women with children, raising them. I get it. It's hard. We the one who rush here. I told you, them older women, they told us, you want to be grown with your little fast tail self. You kept saying, dang, I can't wait to be grown, and now we here. We grown and we done messed up and we got children. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody coming to save you. Only people that can save you is the community that you build. That's why I feel like a village is so important. They can't save you, but they can be a part of your journey. Right? Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to get up off your tail and get it done. I know it's hard, but you got to do it even when it's hard. I know it's scary, but you got to do it even when it's scary. It's your life now. You got to do it even when it's complicated. Give yourself some grace and learn that and understand that it's a process. The process is the thing that we run from. You got to enjoy the process when it comes to your life. Like, if you're trying to change your life, or you're trying to grow, or you're trying to evolve, you're going to have to reflect a lot. You're going to have to reiterate yourself a lot. You're going to have to what's that word I'm looking for? You're going to have to have a lot of reassurance. You're going to have to reassure yourself a lot through this process. This process is going to be hard. You're trying to change. You're trying to become something new. That change is always challenging. So be prepared for a lot of reassuring. And that looks like telling yourself that everything is okay. I am fine at this moment. I may just be triggered from this particular thing, and that is okay. It's okay for me to feel this. I am safe. I am secure. Like, those things, like, all day, every day. You got a boatload of stuff going through your mind. How old are you? That's how many years worth of thoughts you have going through your mind. Decisions, ideas, all of that stuff. It's all in your mind, and it's all filtered off emotions or whatever, what situation triggers what. Grow up. You're going to have to grow up. We're going to have to do some things that we ain't never done before to become a person that we never became before, right? The more you pour into your community, the more you pour into your village, the more they pour into you. And if you notice that's not happening, then maybe you're pouring into the wrong village. Learn how to reset. Reset every single day. Resetting is not a bad thing. Resetting is actually a good thing. A wise person once said, if you want to fly, you got to get rid of the shit that's weighing you down. And that's true. And that's every single day. You got to declutter. You got to reset. That's not saying you got to start over. That's just saying, hey, wait a minute. I just noticed I did something that didn't align with where I'm trying to go. Let me make sure I note that. Let me make sure I'm focused on that. Let me make sure I notate that, so that the next time, just, hey, I don't feel safe right now. Reset. What happened? All right, I noticed that my attitude is a little off. Let me reset. Let me check on myself to see, like, what's going on, right? You want to get good routines and good habits. The small things matter. I know they may feel like they don't, but the small things are the reason why you are where you are right now. Them habits, them routines, all of that stuff, your behavior, those things matter. I know they may seem small because the small things that happen every single day, but they're important. That's from what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, what you're allowing to go in your mind, what type of music you listen to, what you're watching. All of those things play a huge part. So I would say, try to get a system, try to get a routine, try to wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, I know it's challenging, but discipline is the thing that's going to shape you. Discipline is that thing that's going to get you where you need to go. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. It's not even about how good you are sometimes. It's not even about how well you produce. Sometimes it's just about, like, you just being disciplined and you being consistent and you getting that thing done. Is where you're going to notice the growth. It's where you're going to see the changes, or where you're going to learn the things that you need to learn. It's the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. The process is about learning and unlearning, relearning. Enjoying the process about learning how to nurture you. And the process is a thing I feel like people are scared of the most, because you're scared to mess up and you're scared to get it wrong. And it's like, what if I do this, or what if I don't do this? But how are you going to learn if you never fall? A wise person once said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And so to me, in order for you to learn something, you got to go through the process. You got to know what you like, what you don't like, what's distasteful, what's tasteful, what feels safe and what don't feel safe. So you got to go through that process. I know it's scary. I know trying new things can be scary, but I would say just go through the process. So reset, get focused on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, the more you notice things changing in your life. The more good starts happening to your life. Like if you notice things ain't going right for you, you at a mental decline. You're not there mentally. You're not really the happiest. I just think a lot of times the focus is not on you, if that makes sense. And that's not on you like pointing to yourself and rebuilding yourself. Yes, I understand things get exhausted. Life becomes overwhelming. We get overwhelmed with like day-to-day tasks, but sometimes you just got to fight back. That just means you got to fight a little harder. And I feel like I know it's one of them things that's easier said than done, but my question is, what else option do you have? You just gonna let life kick your ass? I mean, at least fight back just a little bit. I get it. I don't understand where you are in life, and I probably can't even fathom what you could possibly be going through. Walking can clear your mind just like that. But walking will help you move through some things. Walking will help you work through some things now. And it make your body feel good too. And on top of that, girl, we getting older. You want to move that body. That body gonna get stiff on you now. You want to make sure you read. Reading is important. I know. Slow down. Take the time to read. I'm not telling you to become a bookworm. I'm just telling you to read something daily, on a daily basis, the way you can learn something new. I would like to recommend some books, though, on this journey. I do recommend 2 books by Judge Lynn Toler. My Mother's Rule and Dear Sonali, Letters to a Daughter. Dear Sonali, Letters to a Daughter I Never Had. I think those books are amazing if you're on this journey. It teaches you, it actually helped me get to a space of where I am right now. I needed some fine tuning, and when I was going through whatever it is that I was going through in my life where I needed some assistance, I feel like when I turned to those books, like those are the books that helped me the most with what I was going through. It helped me pour into myself before I could pour into anyone else, if that makes sense, or just get a fruitful outcome that I desire to have. Fix your mind, girl. Whatever you think can happen will happen. Whatever you think won't happen will not happen. I can't stress how important that is. Like if you are, let me stress how important that is. If you are a Christian, if you consider yourself a Christian, what that means is what that means to me is there is life and death in the tongue. Speak life over yourself. Right? If you're spiritual, what that means is affirm yourself. Tell yourself what you want to happen in your life. Affirm yourself. Change your mindset. Does that mean you're not going to experience any problems, any hardships, anything like that? No. That just means you telling your mind where you want it to go. That just means you kind of have a bit of control over your life, or say so over your life, versus just waking up every day and just letting life happen to you. From the way you speak to yourself, from the way you educate yourself, from the way you carry yourself, from the way you dress, from the confidence that you show, like the small things matter, from the habits that you have, how organized you are, how clean your space are. Like them things matter. I know they probably seem like they don't, but they do. They actually matters the most, because they're the thing that makes up the big picture, and they determine like what your big picture look like. So if your big picture, you're not happy with it, you're not happy with like what you see right now, where you are in life right now, or not necessarily not happy, or you just want to make some changes, go back to the small things and see what you're doing. And see your habits align with where you're trying to go. Make sure you spend time with people, ambitious people who are trying to go where you're trying to go, people who want the things out of life that you want out of life. You know, surround yourself with those people, because that's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to learn new things. Build your confidence. Always build your confidence. But confidence is making sure you look put together. I think that's one way that will build your confidence. When you feel confident in what you're wearing, when you feel nice, when you look nice, it just exudes confidence. It exudes fierceness, and you want that to happen. Learn how to make eye contact with people. Learn how to build yourself first before you try to go out here in this world and try to take on people or try to learn people or try to get in relations with people. Learn how to build yourself first. Build your confidence. Learn why you tick, why you do the things that you do, and why you attract the people that you attract. No, why you entertain the people that you entertain, and why you want to go to the places that you want to go. And always remember why you started. Remember why you want to do something, and just remember that your life matters too. Even if you can't find a why, just know that your life matters too, and your life deserves to be celebrated because you're here on this earth. If you're looking for a why, because sometimes I know it's hard for people to find a why. It's like why you do what you do or why you want better for yourself. It's because I deserve better for myself. Because I'm here on this earth, and that's what I deserve. And so I think we're finna wrap that up now. Yes, we're gonna move into some comments. Sis, I just love your videos. Okay, thank you, Kia. Ooh, Tasha, struggling, trying to find my way. I haven't made time for me, honestly, because life hitting left and right. Baby, I understand that. But make time for yourself in some kind of way. It doesn't have to mean you have to go out. I mean, just make time for yourself in the house. Take 5 minutes after you put the kids to bed just to do something for you. But I do understand life be hitting left and right. And sometimes you just don't have time. You just have to fall asleep because your day just been too overwhelmed. So I do get that, but I will say make time though. Lovey Mirage says my favorite episode is on. Oh, thank you. Akila's mom said I appreciate the videos, chopped and screwed, however you get them to us, and keep inspiring. Thank you, Akila's mom. I'm glad you are enjoying the videos. I'm glad you guys are here even through the chopped and screwed. Hopefully this video is a lot better. Jasmine Taylor said, you're such an amazing human. Thank you for contributing to society. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Phyllis Forever says, I'm stuck here. I might be 56, but every morning that I get up, I hear your voice. It takes me back to my 36 or my 46. Starting this journey has been good for me. I will be 57 on August the 26th this month. So this is a good spiritual journey that I'm taking with you. Oh, happy birthday. Y'all really been feeling them affirmation posts too. I just want y'all to know that if y'all want to take a step further, y'all can purchase the affirmation package on the Patreon for the people who just want to support. And I'm also going to do a cash app because I have some people that's been writing me like just want to donate. So just know I will be getting that cash app available. And you can find us on Patreon too. It's an accountability village. And I say be careful now when you come over there because you may fuck around and change your life when you come over there. So I just want you to know that. That's a disclaimer before you come over there and join the village. But just know that we would love to have you if you would like to come join the village. Just a village of mamas trying to pour into themselves every day by doing something small and just holding each other accountable and just being in the same space and having that community. And that concludes our episode. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope the information I gave you will help you. And y'all feel free in the comments to drop whatever advice or something you wish somebody would have taught you before you had kids in the comments, or something that you feel like would just help somebody out that you learned. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share so it can reach the people that it needs to reach. The more you share, the more the algorithm pushes the video through, the more you like it. And I want to thank y'all also for supporting, just being here, being a part of the village. But until next time, remember to love on yourself just a little bit more today. Pour into you. You got this, baby. Now take care of yourself.